and welcome back to AR-77, Airgun Replicas 77 to give it its full title. I don't tend to do much self-promotion, but if you do enjoy the videos, if you do find yourself coming back to the channel to see what's on there, please do subscribe, hit that subscribe button and talk to people about the content. It would be really helpful to me and I would very much appreciate it, if you don't mind. Right, all of that out of the way, let's get down to some semblance of business. This is a replica air pistol version of the CZ, or CZ, depending where you find yourself on planet Earth, 75 P-07 Duty. This is made by Action Sport Games, or ASG, who also make a number of other really nice pistols. They make the Dan Wesson series of revolvers, among others, and I think they've got the kind of the CZ license, I guess, because they make the SP-01 Shadow. I think they make the pellet pistols of the P-09. Yeah, so I think they must have some sort of a deal with CZ at that point. What else can I tell you about this pistol? Well, it's powered by a 12-gram CO2 canister. It shoots 4.5mm steel or plastic BBs. It's not a pellet shooter. It has a metal slide at the top there, and the rest of it is polymer. There are quite a few metal parts on this pistol, and I would say there's quite a bit of metal internally, because it does have quite a nice weight and feel. It doesn't do everything that the switches and paraphernalia would suggest that it does, but what it does very well. It shoots pretty straight, and it's got a nice bit of power to it. It's a good weight, as I said before. It feels very nice, and the version that I have here, although it probably looks black and white because of the light shining on it, it's actually kind of a brushed stainless steel kind of effect there on the slide on both sides there. Yeah, let's take a little look at the pistol and I'll talk about how it operates. So first things first then, let's start at the business end. You've got a nice bit of a recessed barrel there. It's quite nice actually that the lower frame sits around the upper frame. That's emblematic, you might say, of CZ pistols. Often it's the upper frame, or the slide rather, that fits around the frame, whereas in CZ it's the other way around, which is why they have quite a shallow slide. It's the same on the SP-01 Shadow. It's the same on, I guess, the P-07 Duty pellet pistols as well, P-09 I think it is maybe. And on the Tanfoglio Limited Custom and Gold Custom, because obviously that is the Tanfoglio kind of based their pistols initially, I think, on CZ, on the CZ75 platform. That's my understanding anyway. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So you've got a bit of a recessed barrel there. You do have a, let me just drop the mag out. You do have a working slide, which is very nice. That will blow back when you shoot the pistol, and it will lock back again after your last shot. So it kind of lock back in that sort of a position there, and your slide release does work. So you've got this lovely detailing here. You've got your cut-out ejection port. I quite like the fact that I don't see a seam there. Sometimes you see a seam on that piece there, and it's kind of spoils it a little bit, but you don't on this one. It's got a little bit of Pelgun oil on it, I see. Really nice finish. I quite like the sort of, let's look at some of the markings here. Designed in Czech Republic, Duty. You've got almost kind of some like grip tape kind of feel to that. It's really really strong. CZ75 P-07 9x19. This pistol actually carries 20 rounds of 4.5mm ammunition. And as you can see, you've got your working safety, nice and big. These two buttons, your slide release and your safety, decent, easy enough to get hold of. And it's a hammer-fired pistol. You do have the hammer there. Now, I've not done a lot of research on this, so forgive my ignorance. But I believe the real steel is double action and single action. So I believe with the real pistol, you can just draw from holster and pull the trigger, and it will send the hammer back, and you can shoot it in double action for the first round, like you would with a Beretta 92, let's say. The first round is kind of a double action. Then after that, obviously, the slide reciprocates and you're then in single action. But for this pistol, for the airgun version, it's just single action only. So you can either cock the hammer and shoot, or obviously you can rack the slide and shoot that way. Yeah, you've got the kind of cut out hammer there. I think that's metal. I think the trigger's metal, although I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think all the sort of the moving parts feel like metal. Yeah, I'm not sure. That could be plastic, that could be metal. It all feels very sturdy though, very nice. What does this have here? Looks like we've got ourselves a bit of an adjustable rear sight, which is always a bonus. And you've got that kind of half picture frame sight picture, similar to that on the Glock. Let me just pop the mag back in before we go any further, because in terms of Glock, let me just bring this is my Glock 19 Gen 3. A different kind of pistol really. This doesn't blow back, this does. But in terms of size comparison, they're pretty much the same. You can see there the similar sort of sight picture. I'll pop that down there. Obviously this looks like it's kind of got the extended mag. It's not an extended mag, but I guess that's how they fit in the CO2. But you can see it's pretty much same kind of size. Other than you've got the extended kind of beaver tail on the CZ. Let's keep going around. So back to this other side. Now your safety catch is not ambidextrous. It doesn't work on that side. That's just a piece of molded plastic on the frame. Quite like the fact that this is two-tone. That kind of extractor looks like it stands out, like it's a real thing. It's not, obviously. Yeah, you've got your ASG markings there, caliber information, nice bit of etching there. You've got your details there, serial numbers and so on and so forth. Really nice. Again, this almost kind of grip tape, kind of weird worm-like effect carries on onto the grip, and you've got some bit of grip there at the front of the handle of the grip, and a little bit at the back there. Quite a nice kind of squared off trigger guard there, and a decent enough trigger. So if we pop it into single action, you do get, it doesn't, you notice it doesn't draw the trigger back. So you've got a lot of sort of take up there, but it's a defined moment when you get to that wall, and then just a little bit of extra pressure, and it will release. Let me just do that again. So it goes all the way back to there. Kablam. Let me just release that, and then, yeah, let me do that again. Harder to do it with no ammunition. Okay, so that's, just wrap that slide again. So we go to there, then that's not a lot before you're ready to go again. So that's quite a nice short distance of movement there before you can pull the trigger again. Nice little red dot there on the safety, and a nice kind of protruding, almost protruding mag release there. Let's have a look at the magazine then. It is a stick mag. It's a metal stick mag, and you've got this bit at the bottom here, this kind of base plate, which I do think is quite a nice touch, because when the mag is in the pistol, it's all covered up and it looks the business. It looks nice. While I've got it out, the magazine that is, let me just show you another pistol as well. This is the sort of Mark 1 version of the PPS, the Walther PPS. This is made by Umarex, I believe. I mean, it comes from Umarex. It comes in Umarex kind of packaging. This is the Walther PPS. I'm just going back to the box for that now, just to make sure. It is Umarex, I'm sure of it. Not sure now. Maybe you can tell me. Oh yeah, it is Umarex. It says so on the box. So this is an Umarex product, and it works in a very similar way. Obviously, when you drop the mag out, it's a different kind of mechanism. But if you look at the mag, again, it's got this kind of covered off base plate here for the PPS, and if you look at the two magazines next to each other, other than those indentations there, they're the same thing, aren't they? It's the same magazine, isn't it? So yeah, made in the same place, I would assume, or by the same people, somewhere up in the hierarchy. They don't fit each other's pistols though, because of those. I think because of those, that only will go into the PPS, and that will only go into the CZ75. Another good pistol though, and like the PPS has your little Allen key there, and I like that. It even comes with a bit of a hair. I like that because it's all enclosed, it's all one thing, you're not going to lose an Allen key. And similar again for the duty, you've got this bit at the back here where it's almost like a lanyard loop there. You just push it up and it will release that. Your CO2 goes in there, and you've got your little screw here, which you just unscrew and then tighten, and it's all encased nicely once you put the magazine back in. So that clips nicely there. Get your magazine, pop in there, 20 rounds of blowback action. Really nice pistol. I managed to get this as a reduced rate because I think it was X-Display, so it was one of those that I'd seen over the years and thought these look nice, but there's always another pistol to get, and this got pushed to the back of the queue until I saw it at a reduced price, and I thought, well, maybe now's the time to pick one up. I picked one up, and I'm really glad that I did. Like I said, don't need anything other than what comes in the box. It's going to come with some BBs. You're going to need to buy some CO2, but all your screw and everything is included. You're not going to have a separate Allen key or anything like that. You've even got a rail on the front there if you want to put torches, lasers or whatever. And it's a really nice pistol to shoot. I find it quite accurate and a nice bit of power for punching over cans and knocking down targets or putting a hole through a paper target in the garden. A really nice pistol. I would recommend you add one to your collection, or if you don't have an air pistol yet and you're wondering which one to get, for less than £100 I got this. I think it was about 80 quid. If you can see any at that price, I would highly recommend picking one up, because for that sort of money, you're looking at other pistols that don't have blowback, for instance, like the Glock. I mean, the Glock is a lovely pistol, I wouldn't be without it, but it doesn't have blowback. It is, again, it's a stick mag. I think it's loaded, this one, so, oh no, it's not, no, good. Stick mag again. Again, you've got your tool in the back there, so another nice fully enclosed pistol, but that has, you could argue, quite a lot less functionality than the duty. This is, you can rack the slide, you're going to get that blowback action. Again, you've got single action with the hammer there. Yeah, really nice. I think if you wanted a pistol that did a little bit more, this would be a good way to go. I guess then it's up to you, isn't it, whether you go, well, I want something that looks like a striker-fired pistol because that feels a bit more modern. At that point, you might want to go for something like the Glock or maybe even the PPS. That's quite a narrow pistol. That quite a neat, small little package. I would recommend that as well. But yeah, I'm kind of waffling now. Really nice pistol. The ASG CZ75 P-07 Duty. Hope you enjoyed the video. As I said at the start, please do subscribe. It helps me an awful lot, and I'll try and keep the videos coming. Thank you very much. Take care. All the best. Stay safe. Bye.